Hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine. It has been awfully cold this week, this last week of January. And as we head into February here over the weekend, we're actually going to get colder. We're going to have another Arctic blast. So this will be Arctic blast number 2 this week. We had one Monday and Tuesday. Now we're going to have another one for this upcoming weekend. And every morning has been below freezing except for Friday morning. But then over the weekend, right back down to those extremely cold temperatures. And we have a lot of things going on this weekend. So what I wanted to talk about, well, first off, is look at what's going to happen Saturday morning with these wind chills. Teens and even possibly some single digits. So that's how cold we're going to get here over the upcoming weekend. So I wanted to kind of go over what we've seen so far this season. First off, in Mobile, these are the coldest mornings we have registered so far. And this week, our 2 of the days are on there. Actually 3. 21 degrees here on Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning, 25 degrees. And then back to Monday morning, it was 26 degrees. The only other day outside of January is back there in the middle of December when we dropped down to 24. So up until this week, we didn't have a whole lot of cold air this winter. This has been quite the change for us. We had a rather unremarkable winter going until we had this cold blast move on in. Let's check out Pensacola, kind of the same thing here. Look, the last few days are what it's all about. And that is where we've seen the coldest temperatures, from that 22 degrees there on Tuesday morning to the 26 degrees here on the Wednesday morning. So much chillier air in place here for us over the last several days, and that has been the coldest morning so far of the season. But we're going to tack on some more under these top 5. We're going to be kicking out some of those numbers because we're going to get some even chillier temperatures over this upcoming weekend like I was talking about. And that's going to have big impacts on all the things we're doing this weekend. First off, on Friday night, we kick off the parade season in Mobile with the Conde Cavaliers at 6:30 in the evening. Temperatures should be in the mid-40s at that point, and the wind should be just starting to pick up as that system is just moving in the next Arctic blast. 46 degrees and windy. So, well, that is a cold parade. And yes, it will be, but this will be the warmest parade of the upcoming season, the upcoming weekend, because of what we're going to experience on Saturday. And Saturday, it's just going to turn even chillier. And look at this for the Senior Bowl on Saturday. And keep in mind, this is in the middle of the day. 1:30 is the kickoff. It's going to be 37 degrees at kickoff for the Senior Bowl. That is incredibly cold. We have cold mornings all the time, and the Senior Bowl's had some cold days, but generally by the time we get to the afternoon here, in the middle of the afternoon, this is why they schedule it at 1:30 in the afternoon, is generally it's warmed up and things are usually pretty nice, but not this time around. These winds will be howling, and that 37 is going to feel like it's 20, 22, 23 degrees because of those sharp winds. And if you've ever been out to Hancock-Whitney Stadium, wide open area, and the winds there are going to be kicking. So be prepared for that. And of course, we also have parades on Saturday. We have a daytime parade, the Bayport Parading Society, the Mystic DJ Riders at 2 o'clock. Same thing, mid-30s, bitter cold wind gusts, winds blowing 25, 30, maybe even 35 miles per hour. It is going to be brutal. And that's the daytime parade. The nighttime parade, the Pharaohs and the Conde Explorers at 6:30, by the time that parade starts, the temperatures are going to drop below freezing before the parade even starts. And then with the winds blowing, as the night goes along, temperatures are going to drop off into the 20s, and we'll have wind chills. It could go all the way down to the teens during that parade. It's about as cold of a Mardi Gras forecast, a parade forecast, as I can remember with the 6:30 parade on Saturday night. So if you are planning on going out, you're really going to have to prepare and make sure you have, ski-type clothing, right? Like if you're going skiing, something like that. You're going to need the parkas. You're going to need the big, thick gloves. You're going to need all of that stuff. The best things you got, the big, balaclavas and the hoodies, everything. They really do your best to keep warm if you're going to go out to these parades on Saturday. So please be aware of that. We're going to be turning really chilly once again. So this has been, up until this point, up until this week, has been a rather unremarkable winter. It's been fairly mild for most of the winter. But we've flipped it all around just this week, and now a lot of cold air in place that we're going to have to continue to contend with as we head into the upcoming weekend. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10.